So now I have installed Python 2.7.9 in my system. So let's start with the installation of Python 3.4.2. Perfect. Yes. So let's see. Let's wait till this installation gets complete. Once you have installed this Python 3.4.2 in your system, if you're using Python, you can just go ahead on your terminal, Python terminal, and just type /python and it will get installed and it will start. As for Windows, I'll show you how to go ahead and start the Python interpreter. So right now it's just installed. I'll click on finish, and just before I proceed, let me just show you how this works. You can go ahead on your start menu, and you will have, if you have Windows 7 or previous version, then you can just go ahead and start programs, and there you will see Python 2.7.9, Python 3.4.2. For me, just let me check where is it exactly. It will be under the name Python. Okay, here is it. So we have Python 3.4 IDLE. So you would be asking yourself that what is this exactly? It means what is IDLE? I don't even know that. GUI, it means graphic user interface, but still that's not enough for you to go ahead and proceed. So just to get a quick hand on that, I will just add this to my start menu over here. This is Python 2.7.9 where there's nothing written over here. That means it's Python 2.7.9. we also add IDLE for this and this both to the start menu. So once you have installed this, just go ahead and click on this Python 3.4 command terminal. So this is how it looks like. It is the interactive interpreter. It may seem similar to a command prompt, but trust me, it is not. If you want to run it from a command prompt, then you can just go ahead and type cmd in your command prompt, and when it starts, you can just navigate to your directory, which over here in my computer it's C, and inside Python. After that, you can go ahead and just type python and it will start. If you're using a Linux version, then you need to go to that directory, and that means in the terminal, just go ahead in the directory by pressing cd space Python. Once you're in that directory, you can just go ahead and type /python and it will start the Python interpreter, which is this one. So right now I will just show you how this works. I will show you a simple command prompt, a simple command written in Python. It looks like this: print print parentheses opening and closing inverted commas, and I'll just write hello space world exclamation. So once you have written and you have pressed enter, it will give you it will print it back to you. So we have just written a simple program right now. Yes, this is a simple program. It looks very easy, and it is very easy. And this is how you write a simple command. And if you want to write the same program in Windows, it won't be the same, because if you are going to write down it in C or C++, then you need to go ahead and type first the headers. After that, you need to write down different set of programs. You need to compile those headers, and after that only you can go ahead and write your program, like I input stdio.h, and similarly. But for over here, you just need to go ahead and start the interpreter, type print hello world, and it will give it back to you. Right now you don't need to worry about that what is print or what is hello world over here. I'll get back to that when I would be teaching you the statements. But as of now, this much is enough for you to know that this is how it works. It's very simple. So I just show you what an interpreter looks like. It is also called as interactive interpreter. The reason being that it gives statements back to us. It is very interactive in nature. That's the reason it got the name as the interactive interpreter. And as of now, for this course, I will be calling it as the terminal, because that would suffice me very much. That's the reason. So let's start with that. So these are the different things that you're going to learn in this programming tutorial. The first is that algorithms, second numbers and expressions, variables, statements, modules. These are the 6 things that I will be teaching you today. So let's start with algorithms. What are algorithms? Let's take an example. When you see any kind of sci-fi movie and Hollywood movie, when there are a lot of hackers over there, they will just you will hear them saying that I have written this algorithm, it's easy to break, it's hard to break, there's SEHAES algorithm. As of now it would be hard for you to understand me, but as soon as I go over this session, you will completely understand me as to what I'm trying to say. So you would be thinking that what these algorithms are. Algorithm is just a set of instructions given to your computer. It is a program, it is just one program which combines different types of codes. Multiple codes combined in one simple program gives you an algorithm. Algorithms can be of different types. One is a simple program, one can be for security, which is SEHAES 256-bit encryption. But for that you need to learn Python, Ruby and Perl in detail. As of now we are learning Python, so I'll just show you what an algorithm is over here. And coming back to the second point, they are numbers and expressions. So I'll tell you what numbers and expressions look like. Let's go back to the interpreter right now. So as I told you that this is the interpreter, and if you're coming from a programming language background, then I can tell you one more thing that which is similar to most of the programming languages, that this Python programming, Python interpreter, it is too case sensitive. Let's say for example, previously we wrote this command over here, that is print parentheses inverted commas hello world, and it gives out me the statement as hello world. But what if I write this in a uppercase, that's print? It won't be the same. It has given me an error over here. It's a syntax error stating that name print is not defined. The reason being that print in uppercase is not defined in the libraries of Python. Only if you write it in smaller, that's lowercase, only then will it recognize that. That's the reason. It is similar to the one when you write in C or C++. And if you're coming from, as I told you, if you're coming from a programming language background, then you would be in the habit of putting semicolon at the end, but it doesn't. It actually is of no use in Python because it does not actually need it. If you put it, it's not a problem. It won't cause any of the concerns to us because that's a habit that normal programmers have. But it's actually of no use over here in Python. So let's try print hello world, and just to get started, you can go ahead and test various things over here in the interpreter, and trust me, it won't cause any kind of problems in your system, because that's what people are afraid of when they write their first program, that what if it causes any harm to the system. Trust me, it does not unless you save it and execute it. And as of now, if you just type you can just type anything else, PRINTS or ES, anything, and you can just type XYZ any other thing, then it won't print. And if you want to know what interpreter is, in order to know it better, just go ahead and search these errors on the Google, and you will get more detailed information as to what this error is and how they work exactly. But as of now, I'm here to teach you Python, not the errors of that, so I would just go ahead and proceed with that. So I'm here in this tutorial.